called excitement of physics. So discoveries in physics. So discoveries in physics, basically it is a two types of discoveries. One is the accidental, another one is the well analyzed. Accidental, example for the accidental means that discovery of the magnet. So magnet is not a well analyzed. It's accidentally we discovered the magnet. So after we studied the properties of that magnet, and after discovering the magnet only, we derived the theoretical things about the magnet. After derived the theoretical value, we can produce the artificial magnet. So using the theory, that is an example for accidental discovery. Another one is the well analyzed. Well analyzed discovery example for the Einstein explained that prediction that E is equal to mc square. Einstein predict that E is equal to mc square in the year of 1905. So he predict that E equal to mc square. So it is the initially we predicted. After that, 1932, Bancroft and Walton, other two scientists, they proved that theory. So it is theoretically initially predicted by the Einstein. Then he proved that after 1932. So this type of experiment is called well analyzed. Okay, so these things are used in the pharmaceutical industries and biocomfortable materials, organ replacement, or predicted using the quantum description of physics before fabrication. These are all the uses of well analyzed experiments. Okay, these experiments and theory work hand in the hand, complementing one another. So the two things are very important. Next thing is that physics. That physics. So as the quantities, you know the basic quantities of the physics: length, mass, time, energy, etc. Like that, there's a large number of things are there. Then we are dealing with that all those things. What is the physical quantities of the length, mass, time, energy, and everything. And here we are going to see the two type of scales. One is the microscopic scales and astronomical scales. Microscopic scales means that microscopic scales are used to measure the length in a very small value. Very small value means 10 to the power of minus 22, 10 to the power of minus 31. So for an example, you can say that the mass of the electron 9.11 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kilogram. It's a very small value. At the same time, you can measure a very large distance, that is used in that astronomical scales. So you can measure the distance between the Earth and the Sun, or Earth and Moon, or Earth and to the other planets. So that is called a astronomical scales. That length is 10 to the power of 18, 10 to the power of 18 meter or 25 meter, like that. So it's a very huge in value. You can measure the time period of 10 to the power of 18 seconds to 10 to the power of minus 22 seconds. Like that, we can measure the very large value at the same time in the very small value. Okay. So in this chapter, we are going to study about the basic laws and drivers of the different physical phenomena. Okay. So the interesting part of the designing of useful devices based on the physical laws, that is use of robotics, journey to moon, technological advantage in health science. So these are all the advantages. So new challenging experiments that unfold the secrets of nature and falsifying the existing theories. So we can put in a new theory and new law like that, and at the same time we can falsifying that older theory. Okay, you can find out the new thing. So these are all the things are occurs in real life, and this is the provided by the technology and the advancement of the physics. Okay, that is the basic building block of all the engineering and technical educations. So physics which explains with the help of mathematical tools. So without maths, we are not able to explain. So mathematics is a tool to explain that everything. So academic scales and microscopic scales is the scope and excitement of physics. So how we are measuring the mass, length, time, everything. Okay. Then now we are going to see the physics in relation with the technology and the society. So how the physics is related with the technology and society. So using the basic laws, electricity and magnetism, you are using in a communication technology, in the world is that communication over a large distance. We are communicating in a very large distance. That is a law which is derived from the physics. The launching of satellite to space has revolutionized the concept of communication. So launching of satellites. So now we are going now in this first volume we are going to see that how we are launching the satellite, everything. Okay. Then microelectronics, lasers, computers, superconductivity, and nuclear energy have comprehensively changed into thinking and living styles of human beings. So these are all the things are because of the physics. So this is related with our society. Without these things, we are not able to live. Okay. So now we are going to see that how the physics related with the other subject. First one, physics in relation to the chemistry. In chemistry, we are studying the structure of an atom, radioactivity, X-ray diffraction, etc. Like that, these things are related to physics. That is used in the chemistry. And periodic table, we can arrange the elements according to the atomic number. So using the physics only, we are able to find out the atomic number of the elements. At the same time, we can study the structure, chemical structure, then bonding and interdisciplinary branches like physical chemistry and quantum chemistry. So these are all the very important to the chemistry. So physics is help very much related with the chemistry in this area. Next thing, physics is relation to the biology. So biological science, without physics, they are not able to do anything because that microscope. So using that microscope only, they are able to see all those things. And X-rays and electron microscope. Electron microscope used to magnify the image up to 1 lakh times. So it will magnify that image very big in size. So X-rays are used for diagnostic purpose. And radioisotopes are used for radiotherapy and cure cancer and other diseases. So cancer cure பண்றதுக்கு இல்ல ரேடியோ ஐசோடோப் தெரப்பில நிறைய cure பண்றது இந்த மெடிசின்ஸ் தான் நம்ம யூஸ் பண்றோம். And then now in the biological process they are being studied for physics point of view. So it's very important to learn physics to study the biology. And then next one is physics in relation to the mathematics. So physics is a quantitative science. So it is mostly closely related to mathematics as a tool for its development. So whatever we explain in that physics, that can be explained through the theoretical and the derivations. So without maths, we are not able to derive the relation. Next one, then physics in relation to the astronomy, astronomical telescope. So using that, we can able to see the planets and other heavenly bodies in the sky. So radio telescope have enabled to astronomers to observe the distant points of the universe. So we can study the different planets and the motion of the planets in the universe. So that telescopes are very much useful to study the astronomy. So that is a use of the physics. Next one, physics is relation to the geology. Geology, you know, that study about the rocks. So using that physics, we can study about the structure and other properties of the rocks and other things. The radioactivity that is used to estimate the age. Okay, fossils and other age of the earth. That to find the age of the rocks and other things, we are using that physics in the geology. Next one, physics in relation with oceanography. So oceanography, that is seeks to understand the physical and chemical process of the oceans. So the measure parameters such as temperature, salty and current speed, gas fluxes, chemical components. These are all studied in the ocean. So that is called oceanography. Then finally, it is used in the psychology. So how it is used in the psychology? The psychology can be derived from the physical process. Say that movements of neurotransmitters are governed by the physical properties of diffusion in molecular motion. So in our human brain, that is the neurotransmitters are there. So the neurotransmitters are transmitting the signal in a form of electrical signal. So electrical signals means that is definitely related to the physics. So this is a method of using the physics in the psychology. So physics is used in that all the subjects and the technology. It is very much useful to the in day-to-day life, and it is used to produce the weapons, and these technologies are used to destroy the nature. Some disadvantages. That disadvantage means physics are used to produce the atom bomb and other things that industry purpose, we are polluting that air, water, and other those things. So these are all the disadvantage of that other science subject. And the safe science with moderate and appropriate use of technologies due to this country. So we have to use the safe science. Okay. So the
Sir,
scope of
voice break ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ sir.
okay, I will clear that. The scope and the opportunity for the higher education, physical education, and various fellowship offered is given to the beginning of the